everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Bob here. Thanks so much for stopping by. So today we are finally going to be taking a look at a watch from Helm. I've been wanting to check one out for a long time, and luckily a friend of mine, Chris Wall, sent out his Komodo. So I'm really excited to check this one out with you guys. It's actually making the rounds. It's been out to Aaron and Chris out in California. After I'm through with it, it's heading over to Scott from Watches Galore. So check the links in the description below for their videos on the watch. Again, really thankful to Chris for sending this in. This is a great value watch for an affordable diver. It's got all the bases covered and more. So Chris actually sent out another little item, kind of a gift to the channel that I'm pretty excited about, that I'm going to be able to put to good use. I'll show you that at the end of the video as well. So let's get into the watch. So there's a couple of things that come with the watch that you don't always see that I think goes a long way. One is we have a card here that is the record of testing showing the depth rating test. They tested at 375 meters for 2 hours, then 3 meters for an hour. After that, it's given a condensation test. So that's cool that they do that before sending it out the door. The watch, by the way, is an ISO certified diver. The other thing is we have this handwritten note that comes with the watch. It's not a lot, but just that little extra personal touch is nice to have. They also send out a little bit of swag here with a couple of stickers. There's also a polishing cloth in the box there too. So first impressions when this came in was it just has a rock solid feel. The whole package, the watch itself, the bracelet, everything just feels really well put together on this one. The bracelet actually kind of reminds me of a beefed up Seiko Monster bracelet, only with thicker links. They are also using screwed links there. I just really like the tooly look with it being completely brushed. The watch comes out actually on a slightly different clasp than this one. Chris decided to order this one separately from Helm. The original is quite a bit larger. It's both longer and thicker there. It has a ratcheting dive extension. Both are really nice clasps with milled steel, but if you prefer the thinner, at least that's an option there. The dial on this version has such a cool color combination with that light blue against the white dial. The way the hour markers and hands have that contrasting black makes it really easy to read, and it looks just so good. Love the big, bold handset, and they totally nailed that date placement at the 6. I'd like to see more watch companies do that. Really gives it a tidy look. They've muted the print work with that light gray Helm logo up top, and divers 300 meter automatic just above the date, which makes for a very well done dial layout. The bezel is a 120 click bezel. Good clicky action, really no play to speak of, and the insert here that they're using, it's actually a PVD coated steel insert. It is fully loomed, and guys, this thing is an absolute loom monster. Definitely a serious application of loom, and I especially like that they've even loomed that date surround, so definitely no slouch in the loom department. The same as the bracelet, there is not a speck of polishing anywhere on the case. Really nice brushwork there. You can see from the side profile, it's a pretty tall watch coming in at 15.5 millimeters. That includes the double-domed sapphire crystal. The crystal, by the way, does have an AR coating on the underside. So even though it's on the thicker side, it actually wears pretty well. The case width on this comes in at 40 millimeters. Lug to lug is 47 millimeters. The lug opening is 20 millimeters, and we have a water resist of 300 meters. The watch is running the NH35 movement. If we look at the other side, you can see the crown, which is protected by the crown guards there, is signed, and we also have that same logo repeated on the case back. So let me give you guys a quick look on wrist. All right, so here it is, and the watch is actually sized a little large for my wrist. I didn't want to mess with sizing someone else's watch, but just check out how this conforms. There is zero gap between the case and my wrist, wears really nicely. Such an awesome watch, and the best part of all is the price. These are going for $285. I think that is more than fair. At the moment, these are sold out, although there's more on the way, and I'm going to leave a link where you can sign up to be notified when they become available again. So, like I mentioned, Chris had sent in another cool little gift into the channel, so I'm just going to move this stuff out of the way here and grab that here for a minute. All right, so this is it, and Chris came up with a really smart idea for kind of a DIY watch stand. It's made from copper here at the joints with these wooden dowels in between, which are nicely stained by Chris, and I think it turned out fantastic. I actually have the perfect use for this too. I have a couple of watch boxes and watch rolls where I keep my own collection, but I always have a few watches in for review, and this will be the perfect place to keep them organized. I think what I'll do is I will put this in the background on the counter behind where I do my intro, so you might get a little sneak peek of some of the watches that are coming up on the channel. So big thanks to Chris for sending this out to me. I'm going to get a ton of use out of it. Huge thanks also for sending out the Komodo. Really cool watch. Appreciate you guys stopping by today, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.